I was 42 when my wife, Emily, passed away. Cancer. A word so small for something that gutted my world. We'd been married nearly 20 years, had 2 kids, built a life of routines, morning coffee together, Friday pizza nights, Sunday drives with no destination. And then suddenly, it was just me and silence. For months after the funeral, I lived in autopilot. Get up. Feed the kids. Go to work. Pretend to function. Come home. Microwave dinner. Fall asleep on the couch. Wake up at 3 a.m. with the TV flickering and the ache of her absence filling the room like smoke. Grief is strange. People tell you it comes in stages: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. That's a lie. It comes in waves, unpredictable, relentless. One minute you're folding laundry, the next you're sobbing into a towel that still smells faintly like her. The kids, 13 and 10 at the time, handled it better than I did. Or maybe they just hid it better. My son threw himself into sports, my daughter into books. I tried to be strong for them, but most nights, after they went to bed, I sat at the kitchen table staring at the empty chair where Emily used to sit, whispering to no one. People tried to help. Neighbors brought casseroles. Friends invited us over. My mother-in-law called every week, her voice both comforting and painful. I appreciated it, but grief is lonely. No amount of kindness can fill the space left by someone who was your world. The turning point came in the most unexpected way: the backyard. Emily had always wanted a garden. She talked about it for years, sketching plans on scrap paper, circling photos in magazines. But life got busy, and we never got around to it. After she died, the backyard became a wasteland of weeds and overgrown grass. One Saturday, half out of desperation, half out of anger, I grabbed a shovel. I didn't know what I was doing. I hacked at the ground until blisters formed. The kids watched from the porch, worried, but then my daughter came down and handed me a packet of wildflower seeds Emily had bought years earlier. She wanted these, she said softly. So we planted them. Together. At first, it was just dirt and sweat. But slowly, green shoots appeared. Then buds. Then colors, purple, yellow, red, spilling across the yard like a painting. For the first time since Emily's death, the house felt alive. The garden became our ritual. After school, the kids watered the plants. On weekends, we added more: tomatoes, basil, sunflowers. We learned together, failed together, laughed together when the dog dug up half the bed. Something shifted in me. The grief didn't vanish, but it found a place to rest among the rows of flowers. I started breathing deeper, sleeping better. The kitchen table still had one empty chair, but the garden outside filled the silence with life. As the years passed, we kept expanding. The kids grew older, my son got a soccer scholarship, my daughter discovered poetry, but the garden remained our anchor. Neighbors started stopping by, asking for herbs, admiring the blooms. We gave away vegetables in summer, pumpkins in fall. What began as therapy became community. 5 years after Emily's passing, I hosted a small block party in the backyard. Just neighbors, friends, family. We strung up lights, set out tables, let people wander through the garden that had once been a patch of weeds. At one point, I looked around, kids laughing, music playing, my daughter reading a poem she'd written about her mom, and I felt something I thought I'd lost forever: peace. That night, after everyone left, I sat in the garden alone. The flowers swayed in the breeze, the air smelled of basil and earth, and for the first time, I spoke to Emily without breaking. "We did it," I whispered. "Your garden's here. It's beautiful. You'd be proud." I don't know if she heard me. But I felt lighter, as if she had. Now, I'm 50. The kids are grown, living their own lives, but they still come back to the garden. We plant something new every spring in Emily's honor. Last year it was roses. This year, lavender. I've even started hosting workshops, teaching others how to start small gardens, how to find healing in dirt and roots. I'm no expert, but people come, and they leave smiling. One woman told me, "This place feels alive in a way I haven't felt in years." I understood. Do I still miss Emily? Every day. I probably always will. But the grief doesn't crush me anymore. It walks beside me, softened by the flowers she once dreamed of. The garden she never planted gave me back my life. It gave me a way to keep her with us, not as a wound, but as growth. And when I stand among the sunflowers, taller than me, reaching for the sky, I realize something: love doesn't die. It changes form. Sometimes, it blooms.